Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are back for another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. We are talking Peacemaker, Season 2, Episode 2, titled A Man is Only as Good as His Bird. Eagly came through representing. I don't have a synopsis for you, but Lamont, let me know, sir, how did you feel about Episode 2?
I enjoyed it, man. I think that it gave me the idea that from now on, when we do our reviews, as we give our ratings, we also have to select an MVP of each episode, which you probably already know who my MVP is, but I'm going to save it for the end. But I thought this was a good foundational setting episode, and it left us with a really good cliffhanger at the end.
All right, that's interesting because I feel exactly the exact opposite of you, sir. I didn't really care
Oh,
for this episode, man. I
oh,
really didn't. I thought there was a lot of things that was unnecessary in this
yeah,
episode, and yeah, I just didn't like it. I'll just say that. And the reason being is, for one, I was a bit squeamish. I had to turn it off and come back. There was one point that just made me uncomfortable. I'll just go ahead and say it now. That has to deal with um, Chris getting rid of the body, his doppelganger from the
yeah.
parallel. That was just gross. And what's interesting, Lamont, is it may be weird to you and the people watching that I feel that way because we watch a ton of comic book material, superheroes, where bodies are exploding and heads are getting chopped off and dismembered, etc. I mean, we was on here a couple of years ago talking about season one of Invincible and how crazy that final act was, or The Boys, or Deadpool.
Mhm.
But
Right.
it's just something about the mindset behind a body, them actually showing the getting the bone saws and actually showing them saw the body in half and apart. And Adrian is just like, oh, it's no big deal. This is fun. That's just kind of like some Hannibal Lecter, type creepy stuff to me. And it just made me and the head is falling down and you can see the bone and the meat. I don't know. That was just really, really gross to me. But James Gunn decided to show it. I mean, he got the saw in there and dug into the skin. I don't know. That was just one turnoff of a few that we can get into. But it wasn't my favorite. Not just trash, but it wasn't my favorite. But I mean, was that a good scene to you, or how you feel about that?
I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to certainly mention how would you and the audience feel if you had to saw parts of your own doppelganger, you looking at your own face, sawing yourself at the neck. The only thing that was gross to me about it was the way his homeboy was looking like he was over there nutting on himself,
Yeah,
giggling and smiling, sawing off arms. John Cena actually, I feel like, nailed the part of showing emotion and having to
I'll
saw
give you that.
off his
Yeah,
doppelganger. He did a
I'll give
great
you that.
job. So I felt like the scene would have been a whole lot better if we would have took Homeboy's antics out of it and left John Cena the emotion he displayed, because any of us doing that to our doppelganger, looking at our twin in our face, sawing their head off, we would be squeamish about it. So the only problem I had with the scene was his homeboy over there getting his rocks off, acting like sawing off your friend, your best friend's doppelganger is cool. That was the only thing I ain't like. And that
Okay.
friend was off the chain this whole episode too.
Yeah. Wait. What friend? Adrian?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you, so at the very end when they was drinking, why is my man and his fruit of the looms letting them pour alcohol all over his body? Come on, Adrian. Lord have
yeah.
mercy.
And he likes to have sex because not for the pleasure, but so that he can have a great exchange with his best friend. That's kind of weird, you know. We
No, I don't think that's weird. I think that
I guess the way he said it.
um if if it's
I don't
if
think
it's
about
your best friend and you're dating or married to your best friend, that is a great way to bond with your best friend. So I actually thought that that was okay. Like married people, they oftentimes say that their best friend is their spouse, and one of the separating things between a spouse loving a spouse versus a spouse loving a sister or a brother is that they have that intimate bond with each other that is usually intercourse. Because you can love your brother, but you're not going to have sex with your brother. You can
That's
love
what
your
it
mother,
that's
you're not
what
going.
it sounded like. I cut you off. Let me stop. Go ahead. Keep going. My fault.
Oh no, no, that's it. That was the point. I actually thought that the way he said it, I guess you can misconstrue it, but I interpreted it as though he's talking about whomever his best friend is, possibly being his spouse or lover.
Well, yeah, okay. If you're gonna break it down like that, I'm 100% with you. But I didn't. So great, great. A little analysis. Let me take the little analysis out. Let me take the little out. My bad. They say when somebody say something little before, that meant you being a little hater or whatever. I seen with your little come up, with your
Yeah,
little drive, with your little blah
yeah.
blah blah. I didn't mean that. My bad. I
Uh-huh.
gotta take it back. I see you with your ice gold platinum analysis, sir.
Oh
And
Lord.
I'm
Now
with
just
you.
dig it in even worse.
No, it sounded like he was talking about like a best friend, like a homie or a homeboy or something. That's how I took it. I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna engage. So
Right.
I don't know,
And,
but
and
y'all.
and you know what? I can. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off,
you
but
good, you good.
I could see it where he's talking about Chris being his best
Yeah,
friend,
right.
but Chris has already showed you he's a little androgynous. Like he might bat from the left and the right, meaning that he likes women and he likes girls. And this guy might be the same way. And if he's looking at Chris in a romantic way, maybe he wants to have sex with them,
Hmm.
and that's how he wants to bond with them.
Maybe we'll see. Well, we'll see where the writing goes. Y'all let us know what you think. But on top of that, man, when you was talking about Adrian and his antics, there was somebody else that had some weird ones too. Have you? I'm pretty sure you've heard of Saturday Night Live. There was an
Mhm.
old skit and a movie called The Ladies' Man, starring this guy right here, Mr. Tim Meadows. All right. And I'm a fan. I liked this film. The Ladies Man, it was funny to me. Of course, have you seen this?
I
Mr.
haven't
Leon?
seen it. No,
Oh, have you heard of it though?
I've heard of it. I've,
Okay.
I've even seen like people do skits of it, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
it had to be very good.
Leon Phelps in this, he was wild, man. He just had sex with a bunch of women.
Oh
It
man,
was, I mean, I don't know. Were you a Saturday Night Live fan? Or are you
I
still?
like I like it now, but I've never actually watched it other than clips.
Okay. Well, I mean, people that used to watch Saturday Night Live, they know about the Ladies Man, or whatever. But we have that actor here, Tim Meadows. I'm like I said, I'm a fan of him, but he was too much in this episode too for me. He was just extra. Like
I agree with
he
you.
was with the sexual tension and him giving Economos shoulder rubs and hey, or he got all the Pokemon, or oh no, Pokemon is Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon is plural. Hey, well, I don't know the Pokemon lingo, my guy, because when you was learning that, I had to find bitches sucking my dick. And then if you saw the post credit scene, it was an
Yep,
extended version of that. And I'm just like, look, I don't mind sex jokes and stuff that's rude and crude, but for some reason, it just felt shoehorned in this episode. For some reason, it didn't flow at all. Just that and a number of things. But yeah, Mr. Leon Phelps, Mr. Flurry, Captain Flurry, whatever his name was, he wasn't my favorite. What did you think about him?
man, he was corny as fuck, man. That whoever wrote that didn't write that for a black individual such as him. That was straight written for. They should have let Chris's buddy do those lines because it would have probably been funnier with him. The kind of jokes as African American men who've been around the culture, we live the culture. The jokes that he was telling did not fit an African American male. It fit an African American male that thinks he's Clarence Thomas trying to be in a sea of Anglo Saxons. The jokes was not hitting with him. None of them. Even when he was calling the bald head stud titties,
Cities,
that
yeah.
wasn't hitting. Yeah, like come on, man.
Encino Man
No,
and Cupid.
yeah. Oh
and
my god.
Mexicali.
No, man. Like even if the black dude was Dave Chappelle, it still wouldn't have hit properly because of the way the jokes was written. So yeah, I was rolling my eyes at that stuff too, and I knew you was gonna say something, and I was like, yeah, it ain't gonna be hard not to forget this. But no, those jokes wasn't hitting. This was a clear sign that there wasn't enough DEI in the writers' room because you would have never gave that man those kind of jokes to land because it
I
didn't
wish.
land.
No, my fault. My fault. Go ahead.
No, you good, you good, you good.
I wish somebody would come up to behind me and start rubbing my shoulders like that, man. Like, what are you doing? And the condomos, you damn near twice the size. It's not like you get
Yo,
like you're going to take this massage. Like man, it was just kind of weird to me, man. Like I don't like that just didn't fit in. When before they infiltrated Chris's house,
mhm.
it was like, hey, wait, he may come back, and there was talking about the housewarming gift. It's just like all of that extra ad libbing. It just was kind of annoying to me. Also, another ad. I mean, you can comment there if you want to, but another ad libbing scene
Mhm.
where Hardcore was in the pharmacy or in the store. She had
Mhm.
she was battered and bruised. The other lady extra came over. Oh my gosh, if you're in help, I can. If you're in trouble, I can help you. I can slip you my number. And she's like, leave me alone. When she left, you had two other. She called him Beaker or Speaker or not the Sesame Street. The one of the Muppet characters. And then
Bleeker.
yeah, and then the Hardcore left, but then they just kept the scene going with the joke. Maybe I'm doing a horrible job of explaining it, but I just scenes like that were ran rampant in this episode and through a few future episodes as well that I didn't care for. Do you agree or disagree? Am I making any
Oh,
sense at all?
Oh, 100% agree. And the proper term that I learned from Anglo-Saxons when you use their type of comedy is called slapstick comedy. That's the term an Anglo-Saxon taught me about their style of comedy. So that was some more of that slapstick humor that didn't land for us, and I agree with that. And Hardcore's character shouldn't even be anywhere near comedy right now. If she's going to be near comedy in the state she's in right now on the show, she needs to be with someone who's really funny. Maybe she needs to be around Peacemaker or something like that. But I agree with you on that scene. And to your boy, that's spying on Chris. Um, you're
Economos?
right, Economos.
Yeah.
He is a big MFer. And I say that because I seen him walking next to um, God, Frank Grillo,
Hmm.
who is playing senior on this show, and
Yeah.
I've been next to Frank Grillo. Frank Grillo is a big MFer that works out. Like, I mean, he is a big natural guy. And did you see the way Econos looks down on him, like the Eiffel Tower looking down on the Statue of Liberty?
Hmm.
That's a big guy.
Yeah.
That's a big guy.
Yeah. 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 Economos. He's he's my favorite out of the supporting cast, but I see what you're saying. Getting into the plot, what do you think is going to happen with the senior since you brought him up, and with him knowing that Chris is the person that murdered his son? Do you think that
Mhm.
this is going to be a rift that's going to continue through the season and through the rest of the DCU, or are they going to be buddy buddy pow pow by the end of the season? Oh, I understand. He was trying to kill you. You didn't have a choice. You saved the world again. I guess bygones can be bygones. Where do you think that's going to go?
Oh, me and you discussed this in the last episode. I mean, the last review we did. And if you recall, you asked me, was he going to find out? And I said, yes, he's going to find out sooner rather than later. He found out, B. Avery. And
Yes.
and what I said to you was, this is going to be the thing that fully turns Senior into revolting against metahumans. And that's what he's going to wind up doing until somehow, some way, he can get more of the insider truth about what happened. And so for this whole season and probably into the DC universe, until he's able to go through one of those 90 portals that Peacemaker has in his closet to see what really happened, he is going to be on Peacemaker's ass like a bee on a honey tree.
Yes, he is. I want some honey now. Is Adebayo and Liz gonna get back together? You know, she's sneaking in the apartment, trying to
Mhm.
get some of her old panty draws or whatever. And she's like, "Hey, you can't be doing this. We broke up. This is an invasion of space boundaries. What's going on? I thought we were just taking a break. Do you even care about the relationship? What do you think is going to happen?"
I don't care about it, but they're gonna get back together. I
Yeah,
mean, anytime the relationship with people is kosher enough that the person still has a key to come over, whether you want them to call or not, you
good point.
still give them the luxury of having the key. It's not over.
Yeah, that's a good point there. That is a good point. That's a good point. Hey, hopefully they do get back together.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. One thing I will say is I do like the relationship between Adebayo and Chris. She was, putting them on, just making it seem like she was just visiting, but it's like, hey, bro, I'm gonna let you know Flag is monitoring you and stop using this portal. I don't know how they can do it, but they can tell that you're using it, man. And so if you know what's good for you, just play dumb. Say you don't know what it is and how it works, and that it was your daddy, so you can be in the clear.
Mhm.
I like that, man. You have any response there or anything? But I
I,
did like that, between them.
I think that Adebayo is kind of the glue that holds them all together. Everybody loves her. She's got a great relationship with Chris. She's got a great relationship with, I don't know why I keep shooting a blank on my big man, him. Yeah, she's got a great relationship with him. And she's got a great relationship with Hardcore. And I do believe that in the end, by the end of this season, somehow or another, she is going to be compromised pretty bad. And when this team falls apart, her being under duress is what's going to bring the team back together, because let's not forget, this
Yeah,
is
I can do.
Amanda Waller's daughter. This is
Yeah.
her daughter. And you're not going to just write her out the series because she had a big role in DC Comics. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am a DC fan. Y'all can't keep telling me I'm a Marvel boy. That is DC sitting behind me, and she's going to have a role. And I do like that. She's probably my favorite supporting character.
Right on. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Man, what was I gonna say? It just slipped my mind. Yeah, going back to Mr. Flurry, when she was out there, just it's just ridiculous. Just like, oh, who is that hottie? Oh,
Yeah.
did I just sexualize a coworker, colleague? Because I would want to just to tap that ass. I'm like, why? Why is he like this? Why?
He was
I'm
so
like,
1970s, man. Like he was saying that.
you are
Yeah.
annoying. I'm just like,
It-
it was
he was
not.
looking at her, and all I could think of was good times, be Avery. And he's got to be old enough to be that girl's granddaddy. And he'll sexualizing her. Like he want to get in her draw.
I mean, look, read the room. Now, on a serious note, I'm not trying to stunt like locker room talk does not exist. It still
Right.
does. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm still engaged, but I'm gonna know my crowd at the same time. And I'm just not gonna sound corny like that either. It's gonna be a genuine response to the situation, not them trying so hard to whatever they're trying to do. I don't know, but
Right. If
uh,
I just met you, be Avery, and I see a woman I think is hot, I'm not gonna come up to you and say,
thank you,
"Yo,
bro.
you see that fat
Yes,
ass,
yes.
bruh." I'm not gonna be standing beside you, rubbing your shoulder, grabbing my junk, looking at a fat ass, talking about how I'm gonna hit it.
Right. Right, right. And the thing about it is like it's like me and you, me and Larry, me and E-Man, me and Elliot, me and One Take, Tyra, Kim. I'm cool with all y'all. But at the same
Right.
time, I have different levels of
Mhm.
the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk to you the same way I'm going to talk to one of the other people I just named,
Right.
etc. So you just got to know, like, probably One Take is probably out of the other names is probably the one that hears my most vulgarity. But you just got to read the room, man. He definitely did
Right.
not there, and that was just not the best part of the episode, in my opinion. How do you feel about I don't know her name. The chick, the female, the lady.
The
Yeah,
assistant to
yeah,
senior.
Yes, I
Oh, I
wish I had
love
her.
her.
Yeah,
See,
I love
I
her
know
too.
you like that, so I can say I
Yeah,
love her.
yeah, she's, they need to have more of her, in the series,
But you
I
can't trust her, B. Avery. I can just tell you that right now. Don't trust her
why not? You don't
because
think you
she's hot and she's smart. You can't trust her.
okay, okay. Somebody we can trust is Eagly, who is gonna come through in
Oh
the
yeah.
mother freaking clutch.
Oh yeah.
They tried to infiltrate the portal room, and Eagly came through like a ninja in the night with them claws, ka-chaka, ka-chaka, and went to work. I thought it was gonna kill him. I actually would have been disappointed if he did at the very end when he flew up and did the dive attack. I was like, damn, you gonna kill him? He didn't, so that's cool. But Eagly, man, Eagly came through. What are your thoughts on Eagly, sir?
Bro, impressed. I mean, talk about a bird of prey. He took them MFers out one by one. He was flying, he was gliding. They couldn't shoot him, they couldn't do nothing with him. And let us not forget that your guy, he has a disability. He can't see birds straight. And
Yes.
I thought that was another thing that was just like corny. Is that nobody has a disability like that? What? Come on, man! Like, damn, dude. What? Read the room, writer. Put some diversity up in that room because you would have never
Oh,
wrote this for a black guy. So when it came time to get him outside, I knew he wasn't going to shoot him. And be Avery, in all honesty, the way Eagly went all the way up to the heavens and gathered all that speed, black dude should be dead.
yeah,
Period.
yeah,
Because he came down, he was probably going 200 miles an hour,
like
a
lightning.
Scud missile with
Yeah.
a razor blade on the front of his mouth. Dude should be dead, but he's not.
He is not. He is alive, with just a few bruises, and so,
But
hey.
B, let me be serious about this. How do you send a man on a mission to get someone and watch someone who has a pet eagle and he can't see birds straight? Come on, man.
Good point there. If you have an answer to that question, let us know in the chat, in the comment section. We would love to hear that. But Lamont, Hardcore said F that and walked off, left him hanging at the party. He was doing well. He threw the fish line out there and reeled her in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come here,
Yeah,
baby. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk
yeah.
to you. You know what I'm saying? We got something to get off our chest here. What's up? And he fumbled. He fumbled, went home drunk. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm so sad. I'll go to the alternate universe and talk to the other hardcore and fill her mind with a bunch of confusion and chaos. What you think, man? One hard court wants him, the other one heart is broken. What you think? What you think?
um, I love now. See the real her in bait thing. That was good, corny. Okay,
Yeah,
like
yeah, of course,
I
of
can go.
course.
I can go use that on some females right now. That was
Correct.
good, corny. Okay, that was
Yeah,
proper
all the way,
corny for the proper character. We can use
all the
that.
way. Yes.
When he got finished severing his doppelganger's body and that phone fell out, and he saw that that doppelganger was in a serious relationship with that version's hardcore, I already knew, B. Avery, that this story could go several different interesting ways, which is why I like this episode. And I just wanted to know what was going to be the breaking point for him. Was he going to tell this universe's hardcore what was going on with the other one? But if he done that, he would have to admit to her that he killed his doppelganger and
Yeah.
that hardcore is an option. But we later see that same hardcore send him a broken heart, and then she's in bed with Flags Jr. that quick. Like, dude has only been missing 72 hours, and you in bed with Flag Jr. that quickly?
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if that hardcore got in bed that quickly with him, she's either a thought or she never cared about that season's. I mean, that universe's Peacemaker.
Tune in to the next episode of Dragon Peacemaker Z. Nah, we're gonna see though, man. And just for me, I don't care to see parallel Earths, parallel universes right now. Like I want to see that, but this early in the DCU, this is the third series. If you are, you count Superman and Creature Commandos. I get four. I guess fourth if Suicide Squad the movie too, because it is canon. I don't know. It's just a little early to me. I just want to see what's in the main universe. But if I am going to get some parallel universe, parallel Earth stuff now in my comic book lore in DC, right now I would rather see it in the TV series than a movie. So
Okay.
I'll just accept it there. Do you have any final thoughts, sir?
My final thought is, who is your MVP of this episode?
Eagly.
Same here.
Right on. Right on.
Same here. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, he needs to be on another show we're reviewing where there's eyeballs all over the place. Folks,
Man.
go and watch B. Avery's review of Alien Earth. That's the show we're
Yes.
talking about. They,
Yeah.
they need an Eagly on that show to handle some of the creatures that are on that show.
And yeah, go back and watch. Yeah, we're gonna do our recap for episode 4 right after this. But before that, let us know in the comment section, what do you think is gonna happen with Harcourt, Chris, Adebayo, Adrian, Economos, Fleury, Flag, and everybody. Let us know your thoughts about the episode. Let us know your thoughts on our commentary. We really do appreciate you coming and tuning in with us. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for our Peacemaker season 2, episode 2 recap review. A man is only as good as his bird. We will be here same time, same place next week for episode 3. If you're watching this on my channel, please subscribe to Lamont's channel. Information in the description. And if you're watching this on Lamont's channel, please subscribe to my channel. Okay. Again, we will both really, really appreciate it. But guys and girls, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Lamont. And that's just our opinion. Peace. I did it too early. Peace out. And I'll see you next time.